Simulan mong abutin ang iyong pangarap na magbibigay dangal sa iyong bukas. Ang suliranin, hindi laging nandyan, dapat mong harapin. Kami iyong kasama sa bawat akin, magkaakbay nating lulutasin. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, ang boses mo ay mahalaga. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, ikaw lagi ang bida. Ang mga aral ay ginintuang atin ng bawat guro na siyang gagabay sa iyong pagkamulat. Naway umukit ito sa iyong isipan, maging mapanuri, sundin ng wasto at nararapat. Kagandahang asal ang ipakita, ipadama ang pusong may malasakit. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, ang boses mo ay mahalaga. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, ikaw lagi ang bida. Sakali mang tayo'y subukin ng unos, ating haharapin ng walang takot. Sasamahan ka ni Fernan at Dino, ang bagong barkada mo. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, boses mo ay mahalaga. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, edukasyon mo'y sigurado na. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, boses mo ay mahalaga. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, edukasyon mo'y sigurado na.
Fernandino Teens TV.
Pleasant day, Fernandino Teens! I hope that you are doing great. Welcome to another fun and educational episode of Fernandino Teens TV Season 2. I'm Sir Gilbert Pangan, your ICT teacher lecturer for today. Join me as we explore the innovative world of TLE ICT, or Information and Communication Technology. Today, we are going to learn about operating systems and how to set up a bootable flash drive needed in installing operating systems. This competency is under the Grade 9 TLE CSS Computer System Servicing Curriculum. I know that you are already excited to learn this topic, so let's get the ball rolling. Before we start our discussion, let us test if you still remember the different types of microcomputers. Look at the pictures, then identify the missing letters to complete the names of the microcomputer devices. If you are watching via YouTube, you can comment your answers in the comment section below. If you are watching through our television, you can write your answers on a piece of paper. Are you ready? Let's start! First device. Have you guessed it right, Fernandino Teens? If you answered desktop PC, then you guessed it right. Keep it up. Second device. Did you get it? If you answered laptop, then you are correct. Let's proceed to the next one. Third device. So, what is the answer? If you answered tablet, then you are right. Very good. Let us see the next one. Fourth device. What is your guess? If you answered smartphone, then you got it right. For the last device. What could this be? If you answered wearable computer, then you are correct. Well done. How was your test? I believe you got them all correctly. You are already familiar with these devices because these were already discussed during your previous school years. Great job, Fernandino teens! Remember that every microcomputer device has an installed program that enables them to perform their functions properly. Do you know what type of program that is? You will find that out in the later discussion. Before we proceed with our lesson, let us review our objectives first. In this episode, you will be able to, number 1, define operating system. Number 2, identify the different functions of an operating system. And lastly, you will be able to follow the steps in creating a bootable operating system installer. Fernandino teens, now that you know the objectives of the lesson, let us have another game before we proceed to the discussion proper. The name of the game is Name the Logo. We will be identifying the names of the software logos shown on the screen. Again, if you are watching by the Facebook or YouTube, you can comment your answers in the comment section below. If you are watching through your television, you can write your answers on a piece of paper. Are you ready? Let's start! First logo. Did you guess it right, Fernandino teens? If you answered MS Windows or Microsoft Windows, then you are correct. Amazing! Keep it up! Second logo. Did you guess it? If you answered Google Android, then you are right. Keep it up! Next logo, please. Third logo. So, what is your answer? If you answered Linux, then you are correct. Very good. Fourth logo. What is your answer? If you answered Apple iOS, you got it right. Great job. For the last logo. If you answered Linux Ubuntu, you are correct. Well done. So, how was the game? I believe that you answered them all correctly. The reason why I showed you these pictures is because these logos are all examples related to our topic, which is operating system. Now, what is an operating system or OS? Operating system or OS is a system software that manages computer hardware and software resources and provides common services for computer programs. It is the most important program that runs in the computer simply because you cannot run other programs and devices without installing the operating system first. Operating system is also a software that acts as an interface between computer hardware components and the user. It means that you can only control a device if you have an operating system in it. This is how important the operating system is in your computer. In addition, there are still other functions that an operating system has, which will be discussed by yours truly after a short break. Stay tuned, Fernandino Teens!
Ang Schools Division Office City of San Fernando, Pampanga ay kaisa ng Department of Education sa pagsasagawa ng mga proyekto at programa na tumutugon sa mga pangangailangan ng mga mag-aaral. Inilunsad ang Division Call Center for Tutors and Guidance Counselors upang magbigay ng educational at psychological assistance sa mga mag-aaral, magulang at stakeholders ng division. Kaya, kung may nais kayong itanong tungkol sa pag-aaral, maaaring magpadala ng mensahe sa Division Call Center for Tutors and Guidance Counselors Facebook page o tumawag sa mga numero na makikita sa ibaba ng inyong screen tuwing Lunes hanggang Biyernes sa ganap na alas 8 ng umaga hanggang alas 6 ng gabi. Maaari rin kayong sumangguni sa ating guidance counselors na nagbibigay ng guidance and counseling services. Lahat ng inyong ibabahagi ay mananatiling confidential. Ang nasabing programa ay nagsisilbing daan upang malaman ang feedbacks ng stakeholders para matulungan ang ating divisyon na mapagbuti pa ang mga sumusunod na programa. Ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Tumawag na sa aming mga numero o bumisita na sa aming Facebook page at magpadala ng inyong mga katanungan.
Fernandino Teens TV.
Welcome back to Fernandino Teens TV. A while ago, I presented the meaning of an operating system and its importance. Next, I will be showing its different functions. Are you ready? Let us proceed. Some common functions of an operating system are as follows. Booting. Booting an operating system that manages the startup of a device. Booting means to start a computer and put it into a state of readiness for operation. Whenever you open a computer, the operating system checks if the programs are working properly and gives notifications whenever a system has a problem loading the program. Memory management. OS allocates space to different programs installed in the computer. Whenever you save a file, the OS communicates with the different storage devices of the computer, such as the hard disk and RAM, to properly save your data in a specific drive for safekeeping. Loading and execution of programs. An operating system starts and executes a program. Whenever you want to open a program, the OS signals the CPU to open the requested program being executed by the user. Another OS function is the disk drive management. An operating system manages computer drives and divides disks. OS permits disk management, which enables users to divide a physical disk into logical sections known as partitions. This is used in creating another drive for storage of important files or backups, and also allows multiple operating systems to run on the same device. Device control. An operating system enables you to allow or block access to devices. An OS has the capability to disable or enable a device based on the user. Another OS function is user interface. OS allows the user to interact and command a computer and other devices. The user interface is the means through which a person controls a software application or hardware device. Example of this is GUI or Graphical User Interface. Lastly, file management. OS has the ability to manage all the file-related activities such as organization, storage, retrieval, naming, sharing, and protection of files. Through this, you can create folders and other subfolders in your drive. Fernandino Teens, now that you know the functions of an operating system, let us have a short preview. Did you know operating systems were first developed in the late 1950s to manage tape storage? The General Motors Research Lab implemented the first OS in the early 1950s for their IBM 701. In the 1960s, operating systems started to use this. In the late 1960s, the first version of the Unix OS was developed. The first OS built by Microsoft was DOS, or This Operating System. It was built in 1981 by purchasing the 86DOS software from a Seattle company. The present-day popular OS Windows first came to existence in 1985 when a GUI was created and paired with MS-DOS known as Windows 1.0. Amazing? Is it not? Now that you have some information on how the operating system was developed, let us proceed to the introduction of some types of operating systems. The first type of operating system that we will discuss is called multitasking or time-sharing operating systems. In this type of operating system, the user directly gives instructions to an OS, and OS executes multiple tasks at a time. The computer memory stores these programs and share a single processor. The tasks switch rapidly from one to another, giving an immediate response to the users. MS Windows is an example. It can open several programs and work on different programs at the same time. Next, we have real-time operating system. Real-time operating system is an operating system where the time interval to process and respond to inputs is very small. It responds to inputs simultaneously. Examples: military software systems, space software systems. Network operating system. The network operating system runs on a server. It provides the capability for a server to manage data, users, groups, security applications, and other networking functions. Example, we have the MS Windows Server. Lastly, mobile operating system. Mobile operating systems are those especially designed to power smartphones, tablets, and wearable devices. Some of the famous mobile operating systems are Android and iOS. Fernandino teens, now that you have an idea regarding the types of operating system, let us proceed with the different operating systems commonly used today. My guess is that you are already familiar with these operating systems. Let us review them one at a time. First, we have Microsoft Windows. Created by Microsoft Corporation, Microsoft Windows is one of the most popular operating systems for computers in the world because of its user-friendly interface. Windows 10 and 11 are the latest versions of this operating system. If you want to install Windows 10 or 11 in your PC, you must know the system requirements of this OS. For Windows 10, here are the minimum system requirements for installation. Processor, 1 GHz or faster. RAM, 1 GB 32-bit or 2 GB 64-bit. For hard disk space, we have 16 GB 32-bit or 20 GB 64-bit. Graphics card, DirectX 9 or later with WDDM 1.0 driver. For Windows 11, minimum system requirements for installation. Processor, 1 GHz or faster with 2 or more cores on a compatible 64-bit processor or system on a chip. RAM, 4 GB or more. Hard disk space, 64 GB or more available storage. Graphics card, compatible with DirectX 12 or later with a Windows Display Driver Model 2.0 driver. System firmware requires unified extensible firmware interface and is secure boot capable. Display, high definition 720p display that is greater than 9 inches diagonally, 8 bits per color channel. If your screen is less than 9 inches, the intended user interface of Windows may not be fully visible. Internet connectivity and Microsoft accounts. Windows 11 Home Edition requires internet connectivity and a Microsoft account to complete device setup on the first use. If you are upgrading from Windows 10 to Windows 11, take note of the following. It is recommended that you wait until you are notified through Windows updates that the upgrade is ready for your PC. Before installing upgrades, please refer to the PC Health Check app to confirm if your device meets the minimum system requirements for Windows 11. And check the Windows Release Information status for known issues that may affect your device. Now that you know the details regarding MS Windows, we will now proceed to the next set of OS, which is the Apple iOS and Mac OS. Apple iOS from Apple is used on smartphones and tablets, while Mac OS is used for Mac PC. Both are manufactured by the same company. The operating system offers strong encryption capabilities to control and authorize access to the user's private data. The latest version for Apple iOS is 15.1, while for Mac OS are Monterey, Big Sur, and Catalina. The next one we have is Google Android. Android from Google is one of the most popular mobile operating systems in the world. It is mainly used on tablets and smartphones. It also runs on devices made by other manufacturers. Users have access to numerous mobile applications available on the Google Play Store. The latest Android version is 12, also known as Snow Cone. Lastly, we have Linux. Created by the Finnish programmer Linus Torvalds, Linux today is developed by programmer collaborators across the world who submit tweaks to the central kernel software. Linux is popular with programmers and corporate servers. It is available online for free. Here are some common Linux OS today: Debian, Gentoo, and Ubuntu. That is it. Fernandino Teens, now you have an idea of some of the common operating systems. Always remember that there is a compatible operating system for each device. We will have a short break for now. When we come back, I will be teaching you how to create a bootable flash drive with an OS installer attached to it. This can be used when you are fixing errors in the operating system or simply installing a fresh copy of your PC's OS. Sit back, relax, and stay tuned.
Maya po oras kaya kayo, Fernandinos. Ako pala ay Elwin Arl Serrano ng City Tourism Office ng Siyudad San Fernando. Ngayong bulan na ini, pagmasusyan tayo ang National Heritage Month na ating temang Victory and Humanity, Upholding Filipino Heritage and Identity. Kambena nini, metong karang aktibidades na ng siyudad, apin ng launching ng bayong Heritage Passport. Yung Heritage Passport, apin ng metong karing proyekto ng kaya katamong siyudad, yung pamanamuna ng Mayor Edwin D. Santiago. Anong nuka rin makalagelangan ding eganagan ng heritage sites, heritage structures, na akit tamo kin kay katamong heritage district. Makakayado din keni, ding importansya da ding mapil na tradisyon, keni syudad, kalupa ng pamangawang parol, ang po yung pamangalesa. May aw siyang heritage passport, uling atin kang dapat gawan, anong nukaran puntalan mo lading at yung passport, at saka ka mag-selfie. Kay ba't kanta, palto making tourism office, at mamiyalang sticker ka rin eganaganang apuntulan mong lugar. At timong may ngari ang tutong passport. Balo mi ngeni, panahon na ini, etamo makain bisa lumal, uli na ng COVID-19 pandemic. Kaya naman kimbanwa ngayon agkatan ko ding bikers tamo, edad 18 hanggang 50, imbis na lumaot kayo po, di na nyo lang dita ka oras di kaya katamong heritage structures, keni syudad. Anya naman karing mumunang 50 bikers ang makayari kaya katamong heritage passport, midinan lang premium only San Fernando loot bag. Inggawan nyo mo bakit ta makapag-register, punta kayo mismo opisina na ng City Tourism, yung munisipyo, at saka kayo magdalang metong valid ID. Kabiyanin kaya kayong heritage passport, ating makasipit ang instruction nung nano pa ing dapat gawan. Anya naman ka rin hanggang kapadyakin, nanano ko pa, tara na!
Fernandino Teens TV.
You are still watching Fernandino Teens TV. Let us now learn how to create a bootable flash drive OS installer in two different methods. I will demonstrate how a simple flash drive can be used as an OS installer. Are you ready? Let's start! Creating a bootable flash drive OS installer. What is a bootable device? A bootable device or boot device is any device or drive that has the required boot files that allows the computer to start. For example, the optical disk drive, internal or external hard disk drives, flash drives, and solid-state drive are all considered bootable devices. What is a bootable flash drive or OS installer? A bootable flash drive is a regular flash drive storage device like a USB stick or external hard drive that has an ISO image of an operating system saved on it. An ISO image is an archive file that contains all the information found on an optical disc, such as a CD or DVD. This could, for example, be a Windows installation CD. Materials and equipments needed. Flash drive, at least 8 GB. OS installer, ISO format. Computer. ISO extractor. Example, we have WinRAR or RUFUS. Methods in creating a bootable flash drive OS installer. Using command prompt. Using third-party software like RUFUS. Now, let us start with the procedure. Are you ready? Ensure your flash drive is plugged in before entering this command. Creating a bootable flash drive OS installer using command prompt. Step 1. Open command prompt. Click Start button. Type CMD in the search text field or Run field. Then right-click and select Run as Administrator. Step 2. Type this part in the command prompt, then press Enter key. This part command interpreter helps you manage your computer's drives, such as disks, partitions, volumes, or virtual hard drives. Step 3. Type list disk and press Enter. The list disk command shows a list of the disk drives connected to your computer. Step 4. Find the disk number of your USB drive and type Select Disk, where USB disk number is the disk number for your USB drive. It should now state that your USB drive is the selected disk. Step 5. Type Clean and press Enter. When you have an entire disk to wipe clean, you can use the diskpart clean command to convert all the stored data into unallocated space. Step 6. Type Create Partition Primary and press Enter. You can use a primary partition as the system partition. You can only use an extended partition for additional logical drive assignments. The diskpart create command makes these partitions, volumes on a single disk, or multiple disks. Step 7. Type Select Partition 1 and press Enter. This allows you to select the partition you want to set as a bootable disk. Note, Partition 1 is your flash drive. Step 8. Type format fs equal to FAT32 quick and press Enter. It is used to erase information from a computer drive. May take a couple minutes depending on the USB drive size. Step 9. Type active and press Enter. It sets and marks the active drive after formatting. Step 10. Type assign and press Enter. It assigns the drive letter or mount point. Step 11. Type exit and press enter. It allows you to exit the command prompt and the active drive selected. Step 12. Copy the extracted OS installer and paste it to the flash drive. This is the final step in creating your bootable flash drive using command prompt. Let us now proceed to the second method in creating a bootable flash drive OS installer, which is using a third-party software like RUFUS. Creating a bootable flash drive OS installer using RUFUS. RUFUS is one of several programs that allows you to create an ISO image on a flash drive. To create a bootable flash drive using RUFUS, all you need is number 1. Your ISO of choice, example, Windows 10. Number 2, the latest version of RUFUS, available online from https rufus.ie. Number 3, a spare flash drive. An 8 GB USB should be plenty for Windows 10, but make sure you have one that's large enough for the ISO you're using. Let us start with the procedure. Step 1. Open RUFUS and plug your clean flash drive into your computer. Step 2. RUFUS will automatically detect your flash drive. Click on Device and choose the USB you want to use from the drop-down menu. Step 3. Make sure the boot selection option is set to disk or ISO image, then click Select. RUFUS will open a File Explorer browser window. Locate the ISO image you want to burn onto the flash drive and select it. Step 4. Wait for it to finish the process and test your newly created bootable flash drive OS installer. It is amazing how a simple flash drive can be converted into a bootable OS installer. This is what technology can bring to the table today. Just remember to follow these steps in creating a bootable flash drive and you can successfully create your own bootable flash drive OS installer. I hope you learned a lot. Fernandino teens, let us sum up what we have learned for today. 1. You learned the functions of operating system. 2. You learned the different types of operating system. 3. You also learned about how an operating system works on a PC. 4. You also have gained ideas regarding the common operating systems used today. 5. And lastly, you even learned how to create a bootable flash drive OS installer. Congratulations, Fernandino teens! We are done with the discussion. When we return, I will give you some tips in order to apply what you have learned in your everyday life.
Hindi lamang sa larangan ng pangkabuhayan apektado ang maraming pamilyang Pilipino, kundi maging sa larangan ng pagkatuto ng bawat batang Pilipino. Inilunsad ng siyudad ng San Fernando ang programang Nurturing Environment and System for Thriving or NEST, isang education community pantry na naglalayon para sa isang malawakang pagtulong, pagantabay at paggabay na ang focus ay ang makapagbigay ng tulong at suporta sa ating mga mag-aaral sa pamamagitan ng pagbibigay ng educational needs gaya na lamang ng school supplies, tutorial sessions, study tips, at iba pang mga pamamaraan na mas lalong makatutulong sa pag-angat ng ating edukasyon. Dahil hindi hadlang ang pandemya sa magandang kinabukasang naghihintay sa ating mga mag-aaral. Sino-sino nga ba ang mga kalahok sa programang ito? Sa pagtutulungan ng ating school administrators, guro, magulang, at iba pang mga miyembro ng ating komunidad gaya ng barangay officials at sangguniang kabataan ay siguradong magiging mas matagumpay ang programang ito. Paano nga ba ang magiging proseso ng naturang programa? Una, magkakaroon tayo ng isang Facebook group, ang Pampanga High School Nest Education Community Pantry na pangungunahan ng Educational Pantry Coordinator. Ang mga magulang, tagapangalaga at mga guro ay ia-add ng ating Educational Pantry members sa Facebook group na ito. Sa page na ito, maaaring i-post ng mga magulang at tagapangalaga o sino mang miyembro ng Educational Pantry ang kanilang mga kahilingan o requests. Kailangan ding ilagay ang pangalan ng mag-aaral, grade, at section para sa mas agarang aksyon. Oo nga pala, hindi lang requests ang pwedeng i-post. Pwede ring mag-post ang mga nais magbigay ng tulong o mga gustong mag-donate. Sabi nga nila, sharing is caring. Tandaan na ang Facebook group na ito ay pribado at posts na may kaugnayan lamang sa page na ito ang maaaprobahan. Mayroon din palang Google Form na ipamamahagi kung saan maaari nating isumite ang ating requests o kahilingan. Paano naman ang mga walang internet access sa bahay? Huwag mangamba dahil merong mga nakalaang drop boxes ang ating paaralan na kung saan maaaring ihulog ng mga magulang at tagapangalaga ang kanilang requests. Sa mga nais namang mag-donate ng school supplies, maaaring ilagay ang mga ito sa tabi ng drop boxes. Maaari ring mag-donate ng mga kagamitan o cash donation kaakibat ang pagsusumite ng deed of donation form. Pangalawa, mahalaga ang ugnayan ng mga guro at ng mga magulang o tagapangalaga sa programang ito. Gamit ang video calls o chats ay ipahahayag ng mga guro ang adhikain ng programang ito sa mga magulang o tagapangalaga. Maaari ring gawin ang orientation na ito ng face-to-face kasabay ng schedule ng kuhanan ng mga module. Gaya ng nabanggit, hindi lamang mga bagay ang maaaring i-donate. Pwede ring mag-conduct ng tutorial session, study tips, at iba pang mga kagamitan sa pagkatuto gaya ng mga aklat o kaya ay gadgets. Ikatlo, ang requested needs ng ating mga magulang o tagapangalaga ay ililista ng ating Nest focal person. Ang mga coordinator naman ang mag-aayos ng mga ito. Ang advisors ng ating mga mag-aaral, guidance counselor, at iba pang mga guro ay ipaaalam sa ating mga magulang at tagapangalaga ang petsa at oras ng pamimigay ng requested needs na gaganapin sa paaralan. Sabi nga nila, it takes a village to raise a child. Kaya naman aktibo at iba yung pakikilahok ang inaasahan sa pagsasanib puwersa ng paaralan at barangay na siyang tutukoy sa pangangailangan ng bawat Fernandinong mag-aaral at kikilos upang matugunan ito sa tulong at suporta rin ng mga miyembro ng komunidad. Isang malawakang komunidad para sa isang produktibong educational community pantry ay tiyak na lilikha ng iba yung pagkilos upang maging mas magaan at madali ang pagkatuto ng bawat kabataang Fernandino. Kaya naman tandaan, magbigay ayon sa kakayahan, kumuha ayon sa pangangailangan.
Fernandino Teens TV.
You are still tuned to Fernandino Teens TV Season 2. Now, I will give you some tips on how you can apply the knowledge that you have learned in your daily life. For system compatibility of apps, always remember that for every device, there is always an operating system designed for it. like iOS for Apple phones and Google Android for other smartphones. In application software, MS Office only runs in Microsoft Windows operating system. And for hardware specifications, we must make sure that a certain operating system can run properly in your PC based on the hardware specification of your computer. Example, Windows 10 has a minimum requirement of 1 GB memory RAM, 32-bit, or 2 GB memory RAM, 64-bit, for it to be installed in a PC. Always remember that operating system is the most important program in your PC, so make sure to turn off or shut down your PC properly to prevent malfunction from happening. Let us see how well you understood the lesson and if we truly achieve our learning objectives for today. Let us have a final quiz. Select the correct answers for the questions presented. Write your answers on the comment section or write them on a piece of paper. Write only the letter of your answer. Are you ready, Fernandino teens? Number 1. The following are examples of operating system except for one. A. Google Android. B. Microsoft Windows. C. Mozilla Firefox.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You guessed it right, Fernandino teens? What is your answer? If you answered letter C, Mozilla Firefox, then you guessed it right. Mozilla Firefox is an application software and not an operating system. Amazing! Keep it up! Next question, please. Number 2. Mary wants to install MS Excel in her PC. What operating system supports this program? A. Microsoft Windows. B. Apple Mac. C. Linux.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Did you get it? If you answered letter A, Microsoft Windows, then you are correct. MS Excel is designed to run in an MS Windows operating system. Number 3. It is a type of operating system that allows more than one program to run concurrently. A. Multi-user. B. Multitasking. C. Multi-threading.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is your answer? If you answered B, multitasking, then you are right. Very good, Fernandino teens. Number 4. This is a type of operating system wherein the time interval to process and respond to inputs is very small. A. Time sharing. B. Multi-user. C. Real-time.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is your answer? If you answered C, real-time, then you got it right again. Number 5. A function of an OS that allocates space to different programs installed in a computer. A. Device control. B. Memory management. C. User interface.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is your answer? If you answered letter B, memory management, then you are correct. Amazing! Fernandino teens, keep it up. Number 6. An operating system that allows users to have access to numerous mobile applications available in Google Play Store. A. Google Android. B. Google Chrome. C. Google Classroom.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is your answer? If you answered letter A, Google Android, then you answered it right again. Google Chrome and Google Classroom are examples of mobile apps, not OS. You are doing great. Number 7. It is the first operating system created by Microsoft Corporation. A. Windows XP. B. Windows 98. C. MS-DOS.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So, what is your answer? If you answered letter C, MS-DOS, then you're correct. This is the first OS created by Microsoft Corporation in 1981, intended for IBM PC. Number 8. Provides a software platform on which other application programs can run. A. Application software. B. Operating system. C. Hardware.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Did you get it? So what is the answer? If you answered A, application software, then you got it right again. Well done. Number 9. Is a command line interpreter that helps you manage your computer drives. A. Dispart command. B. List this command. C. Format command.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is your answer? If you answered A, dispart command, then you are right. Very good, Fernandino teens. Number 10. Any device or drive that has the required boot files that allows the computer to start. A. Boot device. B. Start device. C. User interface.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is your answer? If you answered letter A, boot device, then you got it right. Great job, Fernandino teens. I know you got them all correctly. To conclude today's topic, I would like to emphasize that you should always remember to take good care of your operating system, as it is the heart and soul of your device. Here are some safety tips to remember in taking care of your PC's OS. Use a firewall. Keep all software up to date. Use antivirus software and keep it updated. Do not open suspicious attachments or click unusual links in messages. Browse the web safely. Scan the flash drives first for viruses before using them. Turn off your computer properly. Congratulations, Fernandino teens! We have finished our session for today. I hope you learn a lot about operating systems. Here's the list of references we used for today's episode. Again, this is your TLE teacher for today, Mr. Gilbert B. Pangan, leaving you with an amusing quote from Jimmy Wales, the co-founder of Wikipedia. If it isn't in Google, it doesn't exist. Do not forget to subscribe and like this video. Have a nice day, everyone. Thank you for watching Fernandino Teens TV Season 2. God bless and stay safe.
Bagong umaga, yakapin mo ang bagong pag-asa. Simulan mong abutin ang iyong pangarap na magbibigay dangal sa iyong bukas. Ang suliranin, hindi laging nandyan, dapat mong harapin. Kami iyong kasama sa bawat takin, magkaakbay nating lulutasin. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, ang boses mo ay mahalaga. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, ikaw lagi ang bida. Ang mga guro na siyang gagabay sa iyong pagkamulat. Naway umukit ito sa iyong isip.